Hello, my lovers. It's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Happy to be here with you guys. I'm the founder of Ultra Love, and I like to show up and do these readings most days because it's fun. And for some of you who resonate with myself and the Ultra Love brand, which is pretty much just like more love in the world, would be really freaking useful, you know, and not to be airy fairy woo woo pseudoscience about it, but just general decent humanity. Gosh, you know, I'm not sure sometimes why it seems like so complicated when fundamentally it comes down to like every single one of us. Like, it's inside. That's why it's a bit of a tricky thing, you know, it's inside us, in our mind and our heart, you know, and we can't control each other. And I mean, we try. I think most wars are born out of fear and control, really. I mean, the military war complex in essence is pure control, domination, factory. So, you know, and we've been in that for thousands of years. So anyway, just history lesson by MJ. Don't listen to me, my friends. Well, then I'm like, well, who do you listen to? Listen to yourself. Except, holy shit, our mind can play tricks on us as well. What was I listening to? Something about like, it's up to us to try to discipline ourselves to choose the better feeling thoughts. But here's the thing, the more responsible you become, it becomes increasingly very difficult to hang out with people that are not responsible. You don't meet. You're not, it's like you're not speaking the same lingo. Duolingo. Has anyone ever used that app? Hell, Shazam. Anyway, I ramble way too much. Like, I'm aware of that. It's one of those things, like, try to be nice to myself, but God, stop talking. Like, no. And then you're like, oh. And then I'm still rambling. Anyway, most of you guys that I know on the internet, we've become friends, and I make an appreciation for you. And some of you I've met in person, and it's just super exciting. Okay, divine guidance and love and clarity for the lovers of the Most High. Turtle power. I'm an intuitive reader, you guys, so I just straight up, like, from this, well, everything is on flow in the moment, and the good old intuition here is where it's at. So there's a whole bunch of major arcana. There's something like in today where you're being asked to be reflective about a pretty major decision. Justice in the upright. Okay, so what random story? Like, for some of you, it could have something to do with one of your children going to university. Like, one of your children has been accepted to uni and they're going to be moving to another state or something. What's this justice? Okay, so there's a triumphant sense of justice here. Because this has been a very challenging, like, phase of burden. Like, so you've been carrying, well, yeah. So in a maybe simpler sense, like, if you've been looking after a child for 18 years and now they're going off to uni, you're finally laying down that burden. Not that, like, I don't know, parents out there, are your kids like a burden or are they like a joy, or a bit of both, right? But you're finally laying down the burden, or certainly that would be the advice from the cards, is like, you've got to lay down the burden and now step into like another phase of your life, which is balanced and probably feeling more positive. For some of you, there's just a sideline message of Knight of Wands, so fire sign Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If there's a fire sign male or female that you've had a bit of a canoodle or or, you know, one night stand with in the past, if they come back in to make an offer of a new beginning, I wouldn't take it. They're not telling the truth by the and again, cards are like, the way I try to explain tarot to people is that it's not a psychic premonition whatsoever. They're divination tools. So the cards are laid out specifically like all of like our major stories, right? Literary, what have you, like the minor and the major arcana and all the different characters, they're all representative of like the energies and the types of people we all have to deal with in our lives, the elements, the phases, right? The death process, like all these things, like every single one of us as a human will brush up against, you know, the sun and the moon, you know, temperance, having to heal, having to grieve, having to lay things down, having battles, you know, like it's all there for us. And hence where you can see the injustice in some communities fixating solely on love and light. Been there, done that. It's not. Look at the sky. There's dark sky and light sky. You know, there's light-filled celestial bodies and black holes. Like, look around us. There is not just one polarity in our existence, right? Even to witness a certain polarity, it has to be in contrast, right? It has to be in contrast to such a opposition or whatever, or opposite charge. Something about that as well, like you don't have to try, you don't have to like yeah, it's coming. So your 10 of Cups is there, like you are I just pulled 10 of Cups. I just pulled 10. Holy shit. You're going to have some choices. And it's not even like, for some of you, the choices maybe already been made, as in it's probably that you've already been looking at your options, maybe vibrationally or energetically. You've been looking at, because the 2 of Wands in the upright is like having the world at your fingertips, right? Like, so hella. And then you're looking at the horizon. For some of you, there could be a water sign coming in. This 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cup vibratory is really nice. And there's a fair amount of success. I do believe there was another success card that got pulled. And honestly, like, I think with this phase, a big part of it is like just taking your sweet time. We all need a home and a resting place, right? We all deserve to feel good in our bodies. We all deserve to be able to show up and do what feels most natural and authentic and real for us. Like, as in gosh, you know, it comes down to like, we all deserve on a certain level to be of service and to also be free. Because service orientation is not to do with a lack of freedom. It's to do with empathy and unity, right? And yet via respect and total, like, so unconditional acceptance is this recognition of our unity. And obviously when you perceive through that lens of unity doesn't mean conformity, right? Unity means we see the divine in one another. We don't reflect exactly that divinity, right? We recognize, this is the namaste, we recognize the light in another, as in the divine spark. You see the aliveness? We know if something's not alive, it's inanimate. Anyway, blah, blah. So with regards to moving forward, with regards to maybe coming to express yourself, or shed and let stuff go, the Hermit is saying, like, never do any of us need to rush. We don't need to rush to make a decision. We don't need to, certainly big decisions that would have you move from one world to another. Like, if you're gonna go move house, or if you're legit serious about, yeah, kind of going into some uncharted territory, just double check, you know, just make sure that's a good choice for you. Honestly, at this point, funny little message over here, it's like, for some of you, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles might blindside you a bit, but I feel like it's stuff you've been manifesting. Now, there's a whole community and familia in the 1010. However, the intuition is spotting or feeling like this is something you're manifesting on your own. But whatever it is that you've manifest or are manifesting is for people. So this isn't necessarily your personal intimate family. This is like a global family. This isn't about like your personal family and fulfillment. It's probably more about the potential outpouring of a familial dynamic and or community dynamic that you have the potential to create. Because I feel like some of you guys have been through lessons. Certainly there's this Knight of Pentacles and there's a Queen of Swords. So I think you've been through lessons with certain characters where they have been deceptive or they have been manipulative and they've lied or stole or something like this. And then you have to move on. Like you step through that portal on your own, and or you dream up the landscape of your personal success, because for you, your personal success is a success for the world, or certainly like a success for your community. And then this is obviously leading you to a choice point, the Two of Wands. You've definitely got some epic choices, and because you've probably been doing this work, you're finally starting to feel more confident in who you are and the kind of creative output you put in the world. So nice work, you guys. So just a little note for some of you guys who I do see regularly. I'm away next week. I'm planting seeds for you guys to be like, what? Oh no, where did she go? I'm going into silent retreat for 5 days. I'm pretty stoked, a little bit shitting it, but you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, because they're taking and I'm almost like grossly diving into it supremely, where I'm just observing the like insanity and corruption of my phone addiction. So I'm going away where you give them your phone and you just sit there and try not to die. Just joking. More like let go and have a withdrawal and then relate to people with some experience and whatever. And, endeavor to let it go, and then on the other side of the retreat basically shapeshift patterns to be a little bit more present. And I want to invest more of my time and energy in painting, cooking, and gardening, you know, getting to know the old plants. So there you go, little read for you guys. Quite a nice reading as well. Manifesting the big guns now. I should probably change that expression. Manifesting the big flower poppers now. Anyway, boo, boo. Ha, da, 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 da. Have a great day. Peace out.